Alright, let's take a look at Jaya Tiasa Holdings. This is a daily chart. Well, first look at it, we want to know whether it's in the uptrend or downtrend. Definitely the stock is in the uptrend because it's moving from lower left to upper right. So these are the kind of stocks you want to focus on, because there's no point bottom buying. There's so many stocks that are in an uptrend. Okay, currently it is in an uptrend, but it is quite overbought. That means can you see that it's moving in a stair-step fashion, So many dips are buyable. Later I go in detail of many setups. But the moment you see the stock going parabolic like this, usually it's not a very good place to buy the dips. Okay, because having moved so much, right, there's a high probability that dips and setups don't work so well. So what you want to do is wait for very high quality setups when there's the stock has moved quite parabolic. How do you know it's parabolic? You take a look at this, 95 cents all the way up to 130. It's like how many percent of it in such a short period of time? So therefore you might want to be very, very careful at it. Okay, later I'm going to go look at this from an uptrend point of view. But yep, just want to look at the many setups that this stock has provided. First of all, what is good is the stock has been above the rising 200 MA for quite a long period of time, and when the stock is above the rising 20 MA, 50 MA and 200 MA, it provides a lot of very good setups. Now here is a bullish cross, and when it had a bullish cross, look how the stock rises. So sometimes these trend following things can be, using moving average can be very beneficial. Okay, stock was trading up and there's a 50 MA buy setup here. Sometimes when stock drops to the rising 50 MA, right, the moment it gaps up, right, it can be a very good buying opportunity. And here's also a very good breakout, consolidation breakout. Stock had a bullish cross trading at the rising 20 MA, and here's a breakout. You can buy the breakout, put a stop loss below here, and here we have the stock. Here we have the stock giving a correction to 20 MA setup. Nice slow correction to the 20 MA, which also coincides with this support area. So this is a buy setup where you buy here, put a stop loss, and gives you a nice swing trade. And then the stock went up. Had a correction to 20 MA at previous high, but the setup wasn't really nice. Okay, it met the resistance here, but immediately it collapsed. But here's a very nice setup, a double bottom at the 50 MA. Now, why do we want to look at all these past patterns? Because you learn from history. If you learn from history, you'll be able to spot a lot of setups in Malaysian stocks in the future. Here's a double bottom, and what I usually like to do is just draw a downtrend line. And the moment the stock breaks above the downtrend line, double bottom at the 50 MA, traders can actually buy, put a stop loss, and it moves higher. And here we also have a correction to 50 MA setup. You can just draw trend lines, and at the 50 MA, the moment it breaks above the downtrend line, put a stop loss, and it moves higher. And here is also a kind of like bullish flag setup. Let me just draw the flag here, and towards the end of the flag there's a bottoming tail. So what you can do is buy, put a stop loss here, and it moves higher. And correction here can be a setup as well. Let me just go to the weekly chart and see why. Okay, previous move up here met, there's a resistance here, which is why it corrected in the daily chart. So this is what we call a double bottoming tail setup. I'm sure if you go to the 60-minute chart, there is some kind of ascending triangle in the 60-minute chart. Yes, correct. Got it. So here's a viable dip setup where there is 2 bottoming tails. Then you go to the 60-minute chart, buy here, put a stop loss and ride it higher. Now currently it is at the support area. Okay, this is a support area. The previous high, once overcome, becomes a new support, and which is why despite the very big bearish bar here, so the stock refused to go down further because it needs to blast through support here first, which is why there's a green candle here. So if the stock is able to the bearish momentum slows down and it kind of trades sideways here, it could be a buying opportunity. But we need to see the bearish momentum slow down first, because usually when it goes so high so fast, big red candle, I usually don't like it. I want small corrections down to the support area for a very nice trade setup. 20 MA, it is at the 20 MA, which is usually a very good area to find trade setups as well. Now let me go back to the weekly chart. You can see that we actually had a double top here, which is why the stock collapsed. So that sometimes chart patterns can be very, very useful. And you can see that this stock actually had a high around 330, 340, which was a long time ago, more than 10 years ago, and only now it is trying to break, start a new kind of monthly uptrend. There's a lot of resistance area here which needs to be absorbed. Resistance areas are just areas where people have lost money, you see. So these are resistance area. It won't be easy for the stock to move past these resistance areas. Therefore, there will be many ups and downs in the daily chart, which is not bad itself, because dips can be buyable. Dips in an uptrend can be buyable. So do take a note of this resistance area. Now going back to the weekly chart, this is the most recent support area which you want to take into account. Okay, this is the support area, and this topping tail in the weekly chart exists because it's trying to absorb the supply here in the monthly chart, which is why it's very important to do multiple time frame analysis. Okay, so this stock is still in an uptrend. Okay, that means we should be bullish buyers and not give up on the stock yet. There are maybe potential buying opportunities, but you want to see the stock stay above this area. Okay, if it stays above this area, then most likely it will just dip a bit, go up, dip a bit, go up like this, up and down because of the resistance area in the past. So I hope this analysis is helpful to you, and if you have learned something is helpful to you, do like this video and subscribe to my channel for more analysis like this.